Plus, a court removes Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from her prosecution of President-elect Donald Trump. What this means for the historic criminal case, that is what we start with here as the time comes up on 4:30. So hours ago, the Georgia Court of Appeals, they released a ruling disqualifying Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from that 2020 election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump and several of his co-defendants.
This is a big deal. This is a major development in a case that has been stalled for months and one that faces mounting uncertainty following Mr. Trump's re-election. Let's bring in investigative reporter Zach Merchant with our 11 Alive political team. So what happens from here?
Yeah, it's important to note right off the top, the case is still alive. But today's ruling, it is another defeat for DA Fani Willis as she tries to keep this prosecution moving forward. Here's how we got here, and here is what might happen next. The Court of Appeals ruling is the latest in a saga that began in January when it was revealed Fulton DA Fani Willis had a romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, whom she'd hired as special prosecutor to lead the case against Donald Trump and his co-defendants. Willis took the stand herself in a fiery hearing in February, arguing the relationship never impacted their work on the case.
I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
But defense attorneys claimed the relationship created a conflict of interest and called for the DA to be removed from the case. Today, the Georgia Court of Appeals found the relationship created an appearance of impropriety. And in a 2-to-1 decision, the court ruled Willis and her entire office must be disqualified, quote, to restore public confidence in the integrity of these proceedings.
Not surprised.
Former DeKalb County District Attorney Robert James, who served as a Democrat, said the decision is not the last word on the disqualification question. Willis already filed paperwork today, promising to appeal the decision to Georgia's highest court.
It's not final. It's not final until the Supreme Court makes a decision.
That means the impact of today's decision is limited. The case will remain effectively frozen as it continues to work its way through the appellate system.
But everything is going to be in stasis, is going to stand still until the Supreme Court weighs in on it or not.
And while the ultimate outcome is still unknowable, James says the disqualification saga's impact has been unmistakable.
Well, what I think of is, the saying, the sideshow taking over the circus.
This is really interesting. Now, we have to remember that 4 other people have already taken plea deals out there. So what's next for them?
Well, we took that question to Robert James. A lot of people wondering, how does today's ruling impact those 4 who took plea deals? James says it's unlikely to impact them and their guilty pleas at all.
Wow. Okay. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens next.
Yes,
Thanks,
indeed.
Zach.
Well, you can bet Zach and I, we're going to be talking about this along with so many other top headlines from your political stories here in Georgia. Coming up on this weekend, a new episode of the Georgia Vote. Zach, our last one for 2024. So we hope that you join us Sunday morning at 11 on 11 Alive right after Meet the Press. You can also catch it on the free 11 Alive Plus streaming app.